Nuts and bolts in the late night sky. Tinker's paradise built in the shed. Grease Monkey keeps the gears in his head.
Hey guys, Grease Monkey 34 here, come to another video. So today, this project is the Polaris Cyclone 250, 1987. So we're going to do a little project with this, which is we're replacing the motor. Because a couple years back, when I was riding this thing, the whole engine kind of blew up and it caught fire. So that's why we're going to be replacing the two-stroke. Yeah. Other than that, this is a good running machine, or it used to be. You can see this side got a little crispy up on the fuel tank. Fuel tank is still good. It still holds liquid. I filled it with water today, shut the petcock off, and it still holds water today. So, yeah. You can probably already know what I'm going to be putting in it, is a powerfish 420, right from Princess Auto. So yeah, I got this motor on sale. I had it sitting around in the shop for a bit. Don't know what to do with it, so yeah. I figured, why not put it in the 250 to make it a 420. You'll have more torque, and might have to re-gear it. This thing is rocking the ITP's tires. They are 22 by 11-10s on the rear. And on the front, they are 23s by 8 by 10s. 42 tooth sprocket on the rear. And I looked it up already. I can get a 36 tooth and a 30 tooth sprocket to switch out. If we need more speed, I can switch it out to like a 30 tooth. First, everything got to come off, like the plastics, the fuel tank, the running boards. I want those out of the way. And then we can get to the motor and the belt box and take that off. Okay guys, just got the engine out. It was a little bit heavy, but I think the 420 might be the same weight even. So yeah, got this area all cleaned up. So the plan is these two tubes here. I'm going to be removing those, but not totally removing them. I'm just going to trim them a little bit here, cut them off here, to trim them off and take these triangles out, and move this whole assembly up in here instead. Okay guys, just got it all cut out. Oh, I didn't realize, I forgot there were big holes in the frame because of, this is where the air goes in and out. One on both sides. So, yeah. But yeah, they're nice and loose, both of them. So I'm gonna trim them a little bit more, somewhere here, and then V-notch them. So when you bend it into the frame up here, it'll like fit nice. Okay guys, got the frame all cut and chopped and where it gotta go into place. So that where I want it. Something like that. There's still room for the steering to go past, no problem. They don't even move at all, but I didn't want extra room there. But yeah, we got about almost 19 inches from the back of the transmission to this. So the 420 will fit in there no problem because it fits in the spot about 16 inches. So got some wiggle room. And then yeah, I think the plan is I'm gonna cap these off, make them all strong again. These parts I gotta cut a half a tube, put on there like a sleeve and weld that on. And weld it to the frame here and then weld this seam around here. Nice. Okay guys, just got the frame all welded up. Got the patches in here. Got the tubes welded to the main frame all around. And I got patches on the top here tied in. It's really strong, so I'm not gonna do any triangles. And I welded this up in here. This is all heavy duty wall. Then I patched a couple cracks I seen. So there's a crack running down there, a little one starting there. And then on this post here, I had to cut it to get that the floorboard to slide out. So I patched that back together. Plus I seen a big crack way back here, so welded that all up. I decided, guys, I'm gonna open up the box because I want to check out this motor. It's pretty damaged, so I want to make sure this motor is in good shape. Oh, guys, there we go. Powerfish. Doesn't say 420. You used to have like a 420 logo like the other one. Brand new fuel tank. I want to try to reuse the air filter box. This plastic gear right here. We did remove that. And that's all it is. Okay guys, all you do is take a screwdriver and you pop off this cap. And then there's a little tiny ring in here. You just give it some pressure and then it pops out somewhere. Somewhere it went. You pull this off and then there we go. No more governor. Make sure you get this ring off here. There's a little ring washer, make sure that is off. So there we go. Okay guys, got the new oil in. Just use some Pennzoil 1030 and then I use some zinc additive. What I do in all my machines. Put a little bit of gas in it. I did put the muffler back on just to run it. I got the battery hooked up to the Milwaukee battery. So let's put the choke on and turn the fuel on and then fire things. I almost forgot the most important thing. Brand new 780 torque converter. Straight from Amazon. Okay guys, I got the motor to set it in there right now on the engine plate. Got the belt on just to make sure where it needs to be. But yeah, engine plate in the bottom. So we're going to have to tilt the engine plate down on the front side, and on the back side going to raise it up a little bit. Yeah. Right now the engine plate is level with the frame. You're actually leaning down on the front. But yeah, we got to jack it up about these are about 1 inch thick, so those will do fine. And yeah, it'll be higher on the back side and it'll be lower on the front side. Okay guys, for the engine mount, this is the design. I drilled 4 holes in this engine plate to go right through. I gotta drill the holes with the engine later. Yeah, to mount it. So I gotta make the 4 brackets. Though these will bolt on here and it'll angle iron going straight down to the frame, and then once those are bolted onto here, I'll put it onto the frame and weld them on. Okay guys, got the engine plate made. I mean the mounts for it. So this is what I went with. So we got some angled steel 1/4 inch thick wall. So I got a piece, a 2 inch by 2 inch. And that bolts in there. And then on the front side we got a 8 degree angle on this piece, and it only cut about 1/2 inch, so we got a nice 2 inch by 1/2 inch slope going on here. So that'll make the engine, the more you go back, it can clear everything back here. So yeah, so we got that figured out and just have to weld it on. I got it in place right now, so I'm just going to square it up a little bit more just to make sure, and yeah, weld it in. Okay guys, got the plate welded in. Nice and solid. Definitely can support a lot of weight. So yeah, so now we can set the motor up in there, put it where we need it for the belt, and to make it clear the gear shifter, and drill those holes and bolt it in. Okay guys, got the engine bolted down. Just use some grade 8 golden bolts. I decided to use hex bolts with lock washers, so yeah, it's pretty nice. So now I think we're gonna hook up the belt. I wanna see how the alignment is. I think the belt had to go in, so I'm gonna have to take a couple washers behind that torque converter out to get it closer to the motor. But yeah, you just gotta go in like maybe like 1/8 of an inch, not even that, like a 1/16 of an inch. So yeah. Okay guys, just took the clutch off and I spaced it out a couple washers away from the engine to line it up with the belt. So what you want is bolt of the center of the pulleys to be centered with each other, because this torque converter, it goes in, and on the back side, this clutch, this back plate here goes in as well at the same time with that one. So want to keep this belt in the center of both of them for the easiest. Yeah, I don't got the exhaust built yet. That'll happen next episode. And same with the throttle linkage, I'll just control it. I did put the gas tank up here just for now, hooked it up. I want the thing to start up, and I want to see if it drives when I give it some gas. So let's do this. yeah, she works. She might be that belt might be a little bit too tight on there. I might have to move the engine back a slight little bit on the engine plate. So yeah. So now, this is the end of this episode. Next episode, we're going to work on the exhaust system. The fuel tank is going to be the original fuel tank, so I don't really have to worry about that. The carburetor, I might have to work on that a little bit. I don't like it sticking up that high. It's going to get in the way of the seat and everything. So you might make a manifold to bring it around. Tuck it into here, maybe with an air box. Put the air box into here, I think. And yeah. But yeah, a good running rig, I think. So, hope you guys enjoyed this episode. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.